ain't coming. Da, 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 da. I'm in the party. No. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome to our dream show, Dreams, Visions, and Appearances. And it's always lovely to have my panel here with me, Terry from Holding Your Space. I love her. And I love my Kelly healer, Kelly. And I love my Diana Bowles, who's like my big sister. And welcome, welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the good news is the Bookers may be back next week. Carolyn's feeling better. We won't know till, I told her, be careful. If you're not feeling good, then certainly don't. But she's missed us a lot. So she'll be back, I think. That's wonderful. And so will he. What did we call him? Sir Patrick Stewart, right? Sir Patrick Stewart. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. So, Gray, you're so funny. We were just laughing about your post. Yes. And there's my friend Ginny, who has been so nice and has contributed some money to my dream class. God bless you, Ginny. You're so wonderful. Thank you so very much. We love you. And I know you're a busy gal going here and there for work, but in the meantime, we have and Christine, Ness, Froxy, Mary Starshine. By the way, just so you know, Terry and I are hooked together on this show. I think we're also hooked together on the other one, Dreams.
I think we are.
We are. Okay. So sometimes it will double. The answer will double. It looked like Terry and I were psychic and wrote the same thing.
Which we are.
You're not? It's nice to have a backup person here. And tonight I have to leave by 7:15 because it's my night with Val at 7:30. So if we go that far, which we'll see how it goes. But anyway.
Got it.
Yeah. But let's see. Froxy's here and Ness, I will pop your the thing in so you can talk about your dream in a few minutes. We also have here, Annie, you're having a good time with the emojis. Is that a sheep? I don't know. Is that a sheep?
I saw the swoosh and the hearts and the ice cream. And the sheep, yeah.
Oh, they're drums. They're drums.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, I see. She's got drums and the lights flicker and the house dims. Isn't that great?
Oh, wow.
You're a smart one, girl. You're a smart one. And you're slow today. Your sinuses are killing. I'm sorry, Christine. The pollen level is off the charts everywhere, I think. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Barbara Nesper, nice to see you. And Bora Janet. Maya's here. And let's see. We got Gray. I mentioned Gray and Ginny. Marby. Hi, Marby. Good to see you, dear. And Lori Hunsinger, Lisa Sather. Landon's here. Nice to see you, dear. Warrior Girl's here. She says, smash that like button. Thank you. There's Carolyn. Here's Carolyn, Sir Peter, and Antonio the Bear. Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah. Oh, we're blessed to see you 2 nights in a row. Yes, you're welcome. Happy birthday again. She had Kimberly had her 42nd. Oh, I bet she wishes 64th birthday yesterday. I know you don't mind because I went this way, but I didn't. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
Birthday.
Yeah. So it's
Same
nice
thing.
to see all of you. Yeah. So, Diana, tell us again about the blowout you had.
Oh my God! Talk about Uranus and Jupiter conjunction and Pluto in Aquarius. Boom, boom, boom. So I put the dogs in the car early because it was beautiful out, and I was going to take them to the lake and get them walked. And I came back. I did that. Started the car because I'm a Detroiter. You don't drive a cold engine. And so came back in the house to get the water, the phone, and blah, blah. Go back out to the car, and Grizzly is underneath the dashboard on the driver's side, shivering like a I don't know, like a bat, with the wind blowing. And he's like, so I'm mad at Gloria because she can be an alpha sometimes and she's hogging a chair and she's not letting him get in the passenger seat. So I go over to the other side and I get in the driver's seat and he gets up on my lap and he's just shaking. I'm going, it's not that cold. How come you're cold? What's the matter? What's the matter? And all of a sudden I hear this sound that's like a brown paper bag being crumpled, but more than just crumpled, over and over again, twisted around. And I look around just like, what's in the garage? Where's the possum? Who's in the engine?
Yeah.
That noise. And couldn't see anything. So I sit there for a minute and all of a sudden I hear some more of that noise. And Grizzly just cowers down closer inside of my coat and lap. And I look in the rear view mirror and this is what I see.
Wow.
My rear window is missing. That's what I heard falling.
Amazing.
Was the glass from my window.
Yep.
Not a clue how that happened.
Right.
Not a clue. I'm sure you know what it's like when glass implodes. If you've ever had a bar glass implode on you, it just goes boom everywhere.
Yeah.
Which, of course, I didn't hear it in the house because I think I was listening to Terry while running out the door. Anyway, so somebody up there likes me and wants me to stay home and stay off the road.
That's right.
Because flight can't get here till the 26th. And by the time they get done, I probably won't be going anywhere because who knows exactly when they're coming.
Right.
And so there's that. I'm telling you. And then, so that's the full moon, Uranus, Jupiter conjunction, Pluto in Aquarius at work.
Well, I was telling Diana, I read an article just before we came on that said that Camilla and Charles' personal plane had the same thing. They weren't in it, but a window blew out for no reason as well. So we should read on that energy. We should see what we can
agree.
Yeah, that's kind of like an appearance, if you know what I mean.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, there was no evidence of anything, and a 3-ounce bird is not going to be able to do that.
No.
Even if my dog had jumped against it, the 19-pounder, the glass would not be in the car.
It would not be in the car.
And
it came from the outside.
Yeah,
it was pressure, and you had the door down.
The door was down, but now there is a slope. So whatever the pressure was coming from a solar flare or whatever that was, of course, it fell into the car because there is a slope to the back of that hatch. That whole hatch has enough of a slope, especially at the window. That's the only place you could drop. Yeah, I mean, I swept and there's some pieces on the ground, but nothing. More dirt.
And it wasn't like a barbell fell out of the ceiling or something.
No, exactly. I mean, nothing. It's and you can't open the garage door from outside anyway. So there's like nothing fell off. There's no handle to drop off,
Yeah.
Or hit that window because that would have been above the car. So it was just one of the weirdest things.
So this is what I get from you. You already know they want you to stay home. So that's one of the reasons. But they want you to balance yourself out more. And they wanted to really get your attention. And what better way than to do something to the car?
Clear my vision?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I can really see out that window now.
I suppose you could drive it down to where you walk, maybe. I don't know how far it is, but you wouldn't want to be on the highway with it or anything.
No. And it's like a 7-mile drive to the park.
Yep.
I could do that, but
yeah. No. No. They don't want you to, I don't think. Yep. Leave it. Yep.
And something about watching your back too.
Oh, I like that. Yes.
Back window. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Thanks, Jules.
Yeah.
I wonder,
Diana, what is really interesting is that it was in the garage, that it wasn't outside in the elements. But I keep getting and I don't know, obviously what's everything going on, but I get that there's something, I definitely a delay that you're not supposed to be out on the roads, because I keep hearing like reevaluate a situation.
Like that.
In the retrograde.
Well, I'll tell you what, Terry
Yeah.
gave me some good advice the other day and gave me a beautiful reading. Thank you very much. And anybody who needs a good reading, Terry's got it, Callie's got it, Aley's got it. Awesome, phenomenal women here. Anyway,
as well as yourself.
Right, exactly. As
Right?
You are too.
So,
Yeah, amazing.
thank you. But being forced to stay in this house this morning helped me fulfill some advice that I'd gotten from Terry, which was the squeaky wheel. So I was put in a position where I had to make one phone call, but not to the one that she was telling me about.
Okay.
And then, so I made the first phone call to the one that Terry was telling me about, right? That helped me on. And then I made the second one. And both of them, and here we go again with the 8th house and the second house, because both of them is about my money that people owe me, and they've got control of it. And that Jupiter Uranus for me happened in the 8th house. And my moon is in the second house. And all the stuff that was traveling through the second house was lighting up all of my stuff in the 8th house, which is my Mars taking action on money. And that, I mean, I cannot get to the secret, that 8th house secret of what actually happened in the sky that created the pressure that burst out the window. I mean, we can find a scientific answer, but it happened for a reason. It's synchronistic to something else.
Yeah.
Well, Mary says that Russia cyber attacked air traffic control in the UK, and lots of planes had navigation problems as well. Do you live near a base?
No, I don't live near a base, but Flint Airport is about 10 miles down the road, but there was no sonic pressure.
No sign of anything.
There were no planes flying over. That it is so expensive to fly out of that airport that it's not that busy.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I could fly out of there, but it cost me $300 more than going down to Metro.
Yeah.
It's silly. I'll drive to Metro. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know you're on that side of the United States, which is closer to Britain. That's the only reason I am. Yeah.
Well, yeah. And the pressure from the Great Lakes.
True.
Lake Huron's just down the road a piece.
Yeah.
That whole Saginaw Bay thing. And there was another reported sighting, UFO sighting. And what bases are in Lake Huron in the Saginaw Bay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what they call, what is it? One of them they call Gitchagumi. That's where Edmund Fitzgerald drowned.
By the shining big seawater stands the wigwam of the Comus.
Yeah, and that's where the Edmund Fitzgerald went down. Yeah.
Yep, I was there. I lived there with.
Okay, and I know that doesn't necessarily mean that blew your window out. But
no, it didn't.
I don't know. It's just I think it's the intensity of the energies, and they're like, "Well, you can prove this, Diana. We'll prove it for you. Be able
to
help
you." Right?
We know you're a big deal on YouTube. You could tell people.
Yeah. Oh. Thank you for that. Oh my gosh.
Wow. We have that.
On that one. Thank you.
Yeah.
But
no worries.
Yeah. Let's bring in our terrestrial friends, because they are not our enemies.
That's right. That's right. They are not. There's something I read that Keith had, and it was about the energies of what's coming up in the planets and so on. And the person said, this is an intergalactic energy shift, because they are helping us so much. And you have seen a lot more activity of UFOs over in, let's say, Ukraine and some of those places.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And
Anyway.
the military being out in force also, right?
Yeah.
So
Yep. Yep. All right,
That-
Ness, if you put the StreamYard link in there, if you want to come in and tell us your dream, that's great. I have about 7 other posts. And I no, maybe not that many. I have Annie Bear. Oh, Annie Bear's bragging that she's 62 and a half this year.
Yeah, and a half birthday, and those count.
Yes. Yes, they do count. They do.
Yeah.
We need to have half birthdays every once in a while. So Karen, I got you. Lorraine, I got 3 posts from you. So we'll get to you. All right. There she is. Hi, Ness.
I'll be right back. These dogs must go
Okay.
out.
All right.
Okay, can you all hear me?
Yep.
Mhm.
You
Okay.
look pretty in pink.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know. It's actually a promotional shirt that they made for Barbie. They quickly make something in pink and sell it. And of course I
Oh,
bought it.
cool. Okay. That's cool. Yeah.
Hello everyone. Okay, so
Hey.
I had a very interesting dream Monday morning, Sunday night, Monday morning, not last night, the night before.
Uh-huh.
And it was pretty intense. Like I woke up like weeping because it was so beautiful and stunning. And basically I had a dream that could be just an imagination dream, or it could be what I feel more is like a glimpse of the future.
Hmm.
And it felt,
Okay.
I don't know, maybe like 10, 20, 30 years in the future. But everyone was so healthy. Everyone was aware of their ego. Everyone was so polite. Everyone was like aware of abuse and violence and like the effects of things, and they were just mindful of things, and everyone was so loving. Like I think I went to the grocery store, and I think I was driving through traffic, and it was just so beautiful. And I
Wow.
noticed everyone was really healthy, like patient and healthy, and like it was just so, it's like everyone went to therapy or something like
Like
that.
stress free.
Stress free, but also
Stress-free.
it was just like they were aware of it. Was just, you could feel it. And so I was
Hmm.
and then that's later on I noticed just how loving everyone was. Like it was
Okay.
just like it was
Hmm.
just coming out of people, like strangers and in grocery stores, and going just like my routine bit, you know, like driving and traffic and my normal, and it was just so overwhelming. And I just was like, oh my gosh, you know, what happens if it actually gets better? Like what happens in 20 to
Yes,
30
I
years?
get you. Yeah.
We actually
You actually get better.
we
Yeah.
get better. We learn about trauma, intergenerational trauma. We learn about therapy's more widespread, psychedelics more widespread, health. Like what happened? I know it's pretty intense right now, like today in this moment. But if you think about 100 years ago versus now,
It was intense then.
it
Yes.
was intense then, but we've made some improvements. So I'm
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
like wonder if it's not as doom and gloom. And anyway, I'm just curious what y'all hits on.
No, I love it. You know, my first thought is that is a dream, if you get my drift. It's like we all would love to have that dream manifest itself because it's so aligned with the way that we feel, or the way that we are, or the way that we treat each other in the chats, or the way that, yeah. So that's just my first thought, but I'm going to let the other ladies bring in what their thoughts are too. Yeah.
I think you literally saw into the future. I mean, I do think that they gave you a glimpse of what it's going to be like, which is like really, I mean, beautiful.
It feels kind of scary to hope for something so beautiful, but it's like, yeah.
Yeah, I get you. I get you.
Yeah, I do. I get that you got a glimpse into the future.
Yeah. And I pulled a card, and the card says manifest, and it's like we can manifest this future if we get a lot of people on board. There's a paradigm shift that occurs once the tipping point is made, and we get to the other side of the tipping point. If we can get people to work towards the tipping point, then we can bring this to our reality. Absolutely. Or there might be places on earth that's the reality. Let's put it that way. It may not be everywhere, but yeah.
A lot of healing that's got to take place.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think you're already seeing like the kids sometimes when I go to some of the concerts, and they're talking about, And they'll just come up to me and we'll start talking and they'll say, oh, I have a lot of anxiety, and sometimes I can't be around big groups like this. And I'm like, that's so interesting. I love that.
Yeah.
They're just bringing it to me. But I think everybody is getting really open about these things. And I love that you're tuning into this. I do think it is the future. I agree. Because I feel like that's where we're headed in that heart opening. It's just a beautiful place. It's like a place where we never have to worry about scarcity.
Right.
Whether that's monetary or dreams or love or. Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't completely present because I was a little bit occupied with the animals, but I've got this.
What's the word? What's it say?
It says oromesis. 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 For the masses.
For the masses.
The coming together. Right? The Ouroboros, only this is everybody coming together, not just completion of something.
Yeah. Wow.
Awesome.
There's so many people that have for many, many years said, what is the one thing you would like to see on earth? Peace on earth. I mean, we do know that, but the masses can create and manifest this reality. They really can. It's because we've already seen how smaller things have brought some of these things as well. But I love that they're giving it to you and they are showing you how heart-centered this whole idea is. And it's affecting your heart center because it's touching you. It's like, wow, it was the most beautiful experience. It's like, finding the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And it only also goes to show that this is the most important thing, love and being loved, being peaceful. And there's everything else is just, it's just fluff or it's just out there. But these things aren't. They're the attainment of the true manifestations that we need to do. So
yeah, I was surprised how loving everyone was, like strangers and different situations where you don't expect people to be loving, but they were. Like,
yep, I get you.
Going to the coffee shop, people being really loving. It's just like, that caught me by surprise. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you, everyone. I want to make sure other people get read.
Oh yeah, of course. Yes. Thank you. It was a real community type dream. So thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, little baby.
Oh, look at there.
Oh, the baby.
Aww.
That's so cute. But you're right, Foxy. If we believe it, we can achieve it. Honestly.
That's right.
And so whenever two or more are gathered together, you can ask for this to manifest as well and call in the angels. It's beautiful. I just love that. Jay says, unfortunately, it wouldn't be Earth. It would be Nirvana if we had peace and everything we wanted. That's very true. Why not aim for a Nirvana?
On the road to Shambhala.
Hi, Imagine with me. Nice to see you. Yeah.
Hey, Brenda.
My peace plant is growing in leaps and bounds, and it's bloomed in the last few days, taller than it ever has. How beautiful.
I love that.
Nice.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah. Nice. Wow. Thank you for sharing that, Roxy. Very nice. Very nice. Yes. Wow. That was a wonderful dream. And it's interesting because if you've been here for the last few weeks, Ness has talked about this in a way with her other dreams. They seem to follow this pattern, if you remember. And first it started with her family and ancestors, and then it went into I don't know if it was people she worked with or groups or something. And now it's almost like it's the planet. It's
Yeah, it's a progression, isn't it? All our dreams have been progressing to this. That's so beautiful.
Oh, you do recognize it is connected. Yeah, absolutely. It is definitely. Yeah, that's for sure. Hi, Teacher Barbara. How are you, dear? I am Imelda and Jules, learning to listen and imagine me. Thank you all for being here. We're happy to have you. If you have a dream, a vision, or an appearance that you would like us to look at, we still have some room for that, and you can put it in the chat. If you would like to come on and talk about your dream as Ness did, most people don't, but you're welcome to. We'd love to have you.
Yeah.
And if it's easier. Karen's here tonight. She says, I dreamed I was across the street from a 1920s brick house. It startled me awake. Ooh, maybe you thought you moved during the night?
Was there some sort of a recognition?
Maybe you lived across the street from this house, Karen, or maybe you lived in that house.
Mhm.
And you know, when you're a kid and you stay overnight at your friend's house and you can look across the street at your house, you know, you kind of you could do that, or you could, it's a little bit different depending on how old you are. Any thoughts about this, ladies?
It feels like it's Karen, for some reason, to me, it feels like it's familiar. Like you go here. And even if you're not consciously aware of it, that it woke you up and startled you awake. I think it's a place that you go to. Yeah.
It could be. Yeah, definitely could be.
I think there's some emotional ties.
Yeah, with the startling, being startled awake. Yeah.
Like you were in expectation of something, someone also.
1920s, 104 years ago.
So hard to believe.
I know. Were your parents, well, they had to have been a bit older. Yeah.
Like my dad was born in 21, my mom in 27.
Wow, you had young parents. My dad was born in 17 and my mother in 20.
My grandmother was born in 1896.
I had an 1859 grandmother, but I never met it.
Well, my great grandmother is 18. She had 16 kids.
I know, crazy. Anyway, this brick house, it's a brick house, and Karen lives in Texas. Are there brick houses in Texas? I don't know, maybe older houses. Yeah, there is. Okay. But bricks is very strong veneer as well.
Yeah.
And if the house represents your body, because it does, different parts of the house inside represent different parts of you, then the veneer on the outside, you've had to steel yourself, so to speak, only you bricked yourself up. You bricked yourself up to be, you know, that you're not going to have anybody bust through the walls of your house. But that's just something that came in secondarily for me.
Yeah,
but when you said brick house, the song started playing in my head.
Yeah, I know.
But I think you're onto something there as well. So the recognition was she's recognized something about herself in this persona.
In the dream. Yeah. And that's what startled her. Actually, that's what woke her up. It's like, okay, because when you have a dream and you are either startled or you remember it really well, then it's a definite message. Not that the others aren't.
Right.
But really, really stark messages come in that way, I think. So, yeah. Anything else, ladies? All right.
She says it was a Gothic revival house, so it's a lot of history. You know, very historic.
Yeah.
So something that really meant a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Your dad was born in 1900, Roxy. Oh, and your mother was he was 20 years older than Dad. Wow, that's cool. Wow. A Gothic. Okay. Yeah, I know a lot of people live in really old houses. Lorraine says her house is 104 years old. So yeah, it can happen, certainly. Mary Thornberry, I love it, Mary. You always got something great to tell us. Bricks being artificial and shaped by humans symbolize our ability to shape things to our liking. They inspire us to take action and create the life we desire.
Wow. Mary.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Wow.
Met her at a circus. That's interesting.
You could only say that about that time period, right? You couldn't say that now, I don't think.
Oh,
like, what?
Are they outlawed now or something?
Oh no.
Oh, now we watch humans do it with Cirque du Soleil.
Circus was so much different back then. Yeah. Jules, maybe building blocks, yes, but I still feel like it was a veneer that's self-made,
Mhm.
but you know, she wasn't behind the brick wall. She was
Right.
looking at it from a distance, but that was her soul also looking at it and
Yeah.
not her physical eyes. So, all right. What do you got? It's another life. It was a house of ill fame. She saw her husband come out.
Well,
Oh,
that
Carolyn,
would be
thank you,
startling.
dear. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be. You want a house like that? So I hope it's a sign, she says. Just don't go to that one. That's where you have some karma you have to deal with.
No.
But that's okay. That's really manifesting in your dreams, Karen. And
Yeah.
you probably were startled because, oh my God, there's my house. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Thanks, everybody. Oh my goodness, your mom rode ponies in a ballet tutu standing up.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I love that.
I love it too. That's so different. It's so cool. Yeah.
I can
Oh,
see
wow.
it. That's
Uh-huh.
so cute.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. I can remember seeing that at the circus.
Uh-huh. Oh, me too. Yeah. So Lorraine's got a few things here. She says she's having nightmares about being violated. I've had at least 6 in less than a year. She's also had dreams about snakes, alligators, and sharks, and that would be a different type of violation. You were dreading falling to sleep, so I turned in YouTube, and here we are. Oh my goodness, Lorraine.
Oh,
Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing. So just off the top of my head, when violation, there's some fear around you for some reason that someone's going to take advantage of you. There's different types of violation, of course. I'm thinking we know which one you're talking about.
Right.
But if you had snakes, alligators, and sharks, and they were slithering either through the ground or they were in the ocean, that would be a violation too, because they would be trying to attack you. And the first dream is an attack as well. So that's where I'm going to leave what I want to say for right now and let the others tell me what they think.
I like the connotation with the water, and you know what? Creation. When we create things as an act of harmony, and when it's forced, it has a different attitude to it. So are you trying to force something? Are you trying to forcefully let go of something, or forcefully be in a relationship, or forcefully forgive somebody that you're not ready to do? So
okay, that's a good one. Kelly?
I'm getting, like you guys did too, that it's a fear. There's a lot of fear that is built up, and that it's really, and actually Lorraine, tonight would be a great night that, if you've been storing, you've been having these dreams, and you've been storing that fear and holding on to these dreams and just fears in life in general. It might be, with the full moon tonight, it might be a good night to sit down and release, you don't have to go all full in, but just to start releasing some of that stuff that is weighing heavy on your heart, because I get that once you release that fear, it's like almost like opening up your heart chakra, and it's going to allow you to trust a little bit more. So I mean, that would be what I would recommend, but like I get it's fear.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm seeing also that this is something that's been chasing you from a past life.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And it's coming back now because our fears can become our greatest strengths when we and face them. So I drew a card and I got the Hanged Man, right? And the Hanged Man is about perspective and how to change that perspective and what you can see that is hidden. So take a look at yourself. What about those things. Yes, they're all scary, but what about them is the most fearful thing of all. And
Right.
that's the root of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And is it because you have a suppressed memory or because you have a past life memory going on or coming forward?
Rossi says it's feeling powerless. And Lorraine said she senses that, what you said in the beginning, that there was a past life, I believe.
Okay.
But it's mixing in with your current life if you're trying to get your daughter to move from where she is for her own good. But there's a fear that she may attack you if things don't work out where you are, Lorraine. I get that from what you've said. So, for instance, if she doesn't want to come and she comes anyway, then she might say, geez, Mom, why did I don't like it here. I don't want to be here. And, so there is some trepidation maybe underneath as well. And that might be there.
Well, and as well, being violated is the worst.
And it's never the same person, she says.
Okay. So, and then putting the perspective of your daughter on that, this is what you fear for her, but this is her strength. She's not where she's at. It's not,
so there's some fear for her protection.
Yes.
Or whatever. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
But I still think you have this extrasensory fear about it because it's coming
because of a past life. Yeah. I agree. No, I agree.
Yeah. There's nothing like a mama bear. That energy, of one of ours, of somebody we love, one of our friends is hurting. That's it, man. We're there. So I get that, Lorraine. I've had something in my life too that a child was in a dangerous place and there was not a lot I could do about it. And I kind of had to give it up. That's the worst thing to say, but I had to recognize that she had her own divine light and she was doing what she could do. And if I let go of the fear and I just sent her love, it changed everything. It changed the relationship completely.
It really does.
Well,
that may be possible that you're being visited. Yeah.
Yep. Quite honestly. And they could very well be helping you see all of this.
And protecting you.
Right.
Yeah.
Could be. Wow. I know. The hardest thing that we have to do for our children is, well, we provide roots. We try the hell to provide their roots, but we have to also give them their wings. And, nobody wants to hear that when their children are in a difficult situation. So, but you can protect yourself, Lorraine. If you don't like these people, or you don't, you can, before you go to bed, you can call in Archangel Michael to protect you while you sleep, and that you don't want to see these images anymore in your dreams because, you want to be protected and you feel unprotected right now. So, don't feed this fear. Yep. Spray cedar water. Okay. Yeah. I don't blame you. I wouldn't want the violation part either. Yeah.
No.
Not at all. No.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that part. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Set the boundaries. Yeah. If you do that though, if you could set the boundaries, and if you can, before you go to bed, ask them, put some light around you, pink light around you, and call in the archangels. Make sure you call them in by voice. Say, Archangel Michael, I need your protection. I need you to watch over me tonight because I'm fearful of my dreams, and please protect me, so these dreams don't coming.
And you can call in help for your daughter too through that.
Yes.
It's not asking them to see it your way. You're just asking for extra protection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And changing that fear, because they sense our fear. They know it.
Yep.
But if you're sending them love, and what you can do, I love that pink light that Aley talked about. You can send it in through the back of the heart chakra, through her back. And that's a very gentle way to send in love. And it makes a difference.
Yeah, it really does. Oh, yeah. Okay, good, Lorraine. And I hope you sleep well tonight. Honestly, we send you
Yeah.
lots of love and protection from all of us
Yes.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's surrounding you with angels.
Uh-huh. Oh, and Archangel Gabriel is also good not to receive the message. Okay. Thank you. Thank
There
you,
you
Rose.
go.
Yep.
Yep, he's a messenger.
So Carolyn noticed that Karen said she was a rum runner.
I noticed that.
In the past
And those
life.
Gothic revivals were really known well during that 30s for being speakeasies.
Did you know Huey? Not Huey Lewis, but the guy in Louisiana, Huey, the bad guy that was the fascist guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Huey
Huey
Long.
Long.
Yes. You're welcome, dear. You're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. All right. So I've got 2 more or 3 more, I guess. Yep. Well, no, I got 4 more. Oh, good. Okay. So the first one I got is Cicero. She dreamed she was in London, lost and wanting to go home. No one seemed to hear me or even see me. I walked around feeling stuck and scared. I finally said to myself, go to the airport and take the flight home. You took charge of it. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Where are you feeling lost? Where are you feeling lost in your own situation right now?
True. And the airplane is the ascension.
You're right.
Mhm.
Okay.
Love that.
Wow.
And not being heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's
Other
who's
people
not
don't
hearing
understand.
you?
Yeah, other people don't understand what you're going through because nobody hears you or sees you, and that's it can be sort of a metaphor for not feeling seen.
Sure.
And then you walk around, I don't like where I am, I don't want to be here, this is creepy, and then you say, oh, I have the power, I can yeah, it's like,
As
oh,
Glenda says.
that's right,
Like
that's
Dorothy,
right.
you've
Always
always
had the power.
Yeah. You know, they're so busy. People are so busy in reality. Sometimes they don't hear or see. They bump into you with their carts at the grocery store and look at you like you did something. No, it was you who didn't pay attention.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Terry, what about you?
Well, the first thing I want to ask Diana is that the energy that we're feeling right now too?
Yes.
Like,
yes.
nobody knows the real me. Nobody understands me, or whatever. Woe is me.
Yep.
One for the ice cream. So,
what time is it? Mine's thawing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Mary says that's the time since Cicero's thinking of moving and changing careers.
Oh.
Well, and that's all I've seen all week, starting last week. Will I be moving? Will I be moving? Will I be moving? Will I be moving? Right. I've seen it over and over in the questions.
Yeah.
So and we're all feeling it. Yeah. We want to be where we are most useful. Spirit is asking.
Love that. Love that.
I was working on my energy update for May, and that's one thing that came up. Everybody's like questioning their location, their, where they're living, the town that they're living in, their health, their support group, their friends, their job. It's like everything right now coming into May is like everybody's questioning everything.
Everything. Yeah. And they've been waiting for us to do that, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Shift happens.
Mm-hmm. Kelly has great energy updates.
She does.
Oh,
every month.
Kelly Healer.
Yeah.
That's right.
Kelly Healer.
Yeah.
Kelly.
That's very interesting. I'm glad to hear that, actually, Kelly, because I've just said that that's what I've really been feeling is that people are being called to live their truth and go to the place they're supposed to be, and they know it. Some of them are concerned because they don't have the money to do it, and we keep saying manifest it. The money will come. We'll take care of it.
And that's exactly it, because there's so many times you think about in our lives that if we would have waited when waited to buy a house, or waited until I had enough money to do this, or waited we sometimes we'd be waiting our whole life. So
we would be.
This energy right now is like pushing us just to really step into our own power. And for some people it's going to be yeah, it's going to be
Yeah.
uncomfortable for some.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've heard a lot of people being uncomfortable right now too.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Why should it be calling versus career? Why can't it be calling is my career?
Right. Yeah. That's true. That's true. You don't sometimes we have to have an extra job to pay some of the bills if we're not getting enough from our calling, but otherwise we can do whatever we want to do if we decide that's what we want to do. Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway, yeah. Thank you so much. I hope that helps you.
Yeah,
Let me
that's true.
see if
Yeah.
did you write anything in the chat? Oh, the Senate passed the Ukraine bill. Well, hallelujah. Yeah. All right. And what else?
I bet they're dancing over there. Well, that's what the thunderation was.
Yeah.
Could be. Yeah.
That's why our windows blew out. They're having fun over there.
They were. They were. Remember, your mom always told you it was just the angels up there bowling, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So Imagine says, I'm feeling it may help for you to purposely raise your vibes. That's a good one. Watch comedy, do things that make you happy. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. Imagine with shamanic journeys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And stay away from the news.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And sometimes we put these up because we realize that you guys are a little bit behind where we are in the show, that lag is there. So we don't always see
Yeah.
the thing until later. But thank you for doing that. Thank you so much. Yeah, Mary, we want to be home because home is where the heart is. And isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's why Diana's back window blew out because she was going down the highway too many times.
Right. It's like, you need permission? I give you permission.
I give you permission.
Mhm.
So Annie said she wrote today, we tell ourselves a lot of stories, and the ones that hurt the most are the ones that are not true. We are remembering, resonating who we are. Yes. Yes.
So
Absolutely.
beautiful.
We tell ourselves some really bad stories, Annie, like how stupid we are, or why didn't we do this, or whatever. That negative talk in our brains. It's just something unfortunately, I think we grew up with it. If we, and it isn't, I'm not blaming my parents or anything. I'm just saying that this is how our society was.
Mhm.
Yeah, limited beliefs.
Yes.
Go to the confession once a week because you're guilty. You're guilty of something.
Sinner.
Yep. You did something wrong.
Yep.
I
Run,
know.
runner.
On your knees.
Did you really have to say, I said shit 3 times and hell 4
Yes.
times?
Yeah. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. It has been
It has
year
been.
and a half since I've been to
Right.
Yeah.
I thought about the boy, taking his pants off, or the girl taking her shirt off, or whatever it is. It's like, you have to go to the middleman.
Who
You
did
just go
that?
to the
I
middleman.
didn't. Who did that?
I don't know. I'm not Catholic, so I don't know.
Oh,
I didn't have to do it. I didn't have to do it.
I didn't have to do it either.
My religion
Yeah.
said, that we have a forgiving and loving God. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And it feels like the energy lately is kind of sludgy. And it's
yes. Well,
I'm usually pretty good about not and watching that inner talk. And if I see it, I acknowledge it, but I don't feel guilty about it because I'm like, oh, that's the old way. But but I've seen it a lot lately. And I'm like, what the heck?
yeah.
wow.
It's
That's
true because of a lot of the things in the sky as well. And the sun is in Taurus.
Yeah.
And the moon in Scorpio is making mud because it's earth and water.
Sure.
And
So
Venus,
waters, yeah.
Venus controls Taurus as well. So there's a lot of things in there that are making it weepy.
Mhm. And then
This is true too. Lori says we've been taught to second guess ourselves, also taught to turn people in power for the answers. That's true. Now it's time to know we have the power. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I have my students read What is Enlightenment by Immanuel Kant, which was written during the last Pluto, 1794. And it's about how we allow other people's opinions to matter more than our own. And so we have not reached enlightenment. We still have some time to go. So there you go. Thank you so much, Mary. That's nice. All right. So we have Mary said she had a dream. We had a storm and my dog Ace was trapped in the attic. When I opened the ceiling panel, he jumped into my arms. He's a terrier almost identical to Toto.
Sure his name isn't Grizzly?
I don't think you'd put Toto or your doggie in the Ace in the attic, though, if you were having a storm. But maybe he got up there somehow. The attic is your higher self.
Leveling up, you know,
Yeah.
the next level.
Yeah. And you're bringing him along. He's rising in energies as well. I really do think the animals are rising with energy just like we are.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. And Ace being a dog, it's like unconditional love.
Right.
So you're kind of opening up to that, opening up your heart chakra, I think, Mary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To unconditional love. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And that is a wonderful representation. I mean, you love Ace, I'm sure. And Ace is the place for the helpful hardware folks. No. Sorry. A little levity here. Anyway, I just love the dream. I love it mostly because, the unconditional love idea is really beautiful. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kelly, anything?
I got increased awareness, and then heart awakening.
Nice.
So just what everybody said, you know,
Yeah.
a deep connection. There's a deep connection with Ace, and then just to trust your inner voice. It says and awaken to the acceptance of divine love, and I think that's what Ace gives you.
Mm-hmm. And how's he been behaving lately in the real world? You know, not just in the dreams. Like my dogs are at my side constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Constantly. Yep. And it's not just the normal being there, you know, like she's finally gave up. She's not going to sit on my lap, so she's on the couch looking at me.
Yeah. She wants you in her eyesight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. And others are saying their dogs seem to be leveling up or changing as well. So I really do think so, in good ways.
I think so too.
Yes.
Really
yes.
Yeah. But I love that, Mary. And I love that you actually do have that heart-centered connection with your dog, that you can dream about your dog. And wow. And angels are from the angelic realm, Rossi. That's right. They are. So they're like little angels with fur. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank
you so much. Thank you so much.
I mean, that's how Gloria got her name. The gal who brought her to me said, well, what are you going to name her? And she screamed, Gloria, that's my name. And I mean, it just like, okay, you can have that name. I don't know if she was a horse before or an angel when she got here.
You don't think she was G-L?
Well, yeah, I know she was Gloria.
Because we know how musical you are, Diana. Which
right?
I'm in the car.
On the 4th of July, she was Old Glory.
No, that's true.
And then she's sometimes Gloria.
Right.
And now that she's going to be 16 years old, she is Old Glory.
She is Old Glory. Well, I was on my way today to go to the dentist, and I'm not always in the car, but when I am, I'm always listening to the oldie songs, you know. And one of my very favorites I haven't heard in forever and ever, and I had the thing turned right up screaming, was Suffragette City by David Bowie. I love that song. And we always, the sorority used to all get together and sing Wham, Bam, Thank You, Ma'am, you know.
I can see you.
I know I was. Oh,
yeah.
It was awesome.
I bet we all know those moves.
We do know those. Sorry, everybody, for flipping around with topics here, but we get going and we're a little crazy. So
yeah, we need some levity.
We do. So, Teacher Barbara, did I really meet Milton Berle in my dream? He was with my grandfather and a total jerk, in my honest opinion. Was Milton the total jerk? Is what you're saying, Barbara?
Well, doesn't he have a bad reputation?
He does.
Does he? Wow.
Yeah. Well, we can find out.
Uncle Milty, right?
Uncle Milty.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hi, Val. Hi, Shannon. And I saw Linda Kennedy's here. And all right, I think Tamsy Faye. Nice to see you, Tamsy. Wow. And Wildflower. Okay. Excellent. Thank you. All right.
I'm getting a strong yes.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Is your grandfather on this side, or is he in the on the planet?
He had a reputation for, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Milton Berle had a reputation for hogging the spotlight, stealing scenes, and insinuating himself into other acts and actors' lives.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. He's a jerk. Yeah.
So you nailed him.
You did nail him.
So did
Wow.
your grandfather do vaudeville? Because that's where he got his start, Milton.
Yeah. Oh, Lorraine, you're thinking of George Burns for cheating on Gracie. Yeah. Milton Berle is
Well, he liked to dress.
This is Jack Benny. Okay.
That was Jack Benny. Berle did smoke a cigar as well.
Yeah, he passed. So she's picking up Milton and her grandpa, who's on the other side.
That's what Milton Berle looked like.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And as he
Yes.
got older, he dressed in drag a lot.
Uh-huh.
He did a great impersonation of Carmen Miranda.
Oh my. With all the fruit on his head. Yeah.
Yep, he really did. It was funny.
Yeah, he was.
Boom, ticky, 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 boom.
Why did he see me? Why did Milton Berle see her? Probably said, I want to check out your daughter.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
I may be over here and I may be dead, but I ain't dead, you know?
Spotlight was on you. He wanted to hog you.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
hug you.
Yeah.
That's very
So
possible.
her grandfather's passed. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It feels like, when they get to the other side, they lose all that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true. That's
they
true.
were at their house in Fenton, Michigan. Okay.
I live 5 miles away from Fenton.
That's why she wanted to ask you the question then. That connection thing again.
Mhm.
Wow. That's amazing. I thought that was Missouri. Sorry. I don't know what is
Your
MO is
MO.
MO is
I
Missouri.
still-
and MS is Mississippi. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I still write MICH.
Do you?
Period.
Yeah.
Am I crap? That's Mission Impossible, and we're not going there.
That's right.
Have enough of those.
Dun. I
Barbara,
just want to share this with everybody that Cash Peters posted a video on his Enlightened Beings Club channel. It's a video for meditation to create a beautiful 2025 for everyone on Earth.
Oh, I haven't watched it yet. I did see his release.
Okay. But this is a paid member, must be a member site, but it's well worth joining, I think, at least to get that, I would say. You don't have to keep it if you don't want, but he's wonderful. My husband loves him. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do too. There's some sort of a friendship going on there. It
Oh,
feels-
upstairs? Yeah.
well,
Maybe you watched him.
I feel like either he's helping him heal, or when they get to the other side, they don't have that all those ideas. They're light beings, right? They
Right.
still have their personality, but they're light beings. So I don't know if your grandpa was like not a preacher, but like almost a counselor, like a wise person. But they work in the dreams now. Yeah.
Yeah. Uncle Milty broke Diana's window. That's what it was.
There you
Oh,
go.
She grew up in Milford, Michigan. Okay. Wow. That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah.
Oh, honey, where are you now? And can you come
She's
over?
in Florida. She's in Florida.
Oh,
Yeah. Go ahead, Kelly.
I got similar to Terry that right now they're up there and he's being taught how to care and compassion and and to choose to be love rather than how he was here on earth. So he's I get he's getting an education up there too of
that may be
loving.
why too, Barb, you're connected to the education because you're a teacher.
Yeah.
And you have the little kids, and one of the things you teach little kids is how to be nice to each other and things like that. I really think all of that is part of this.
Interconnected. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Anyway, tell Uncle Milty to be nicer when he comes to visit next time.
Yeah, I will. I'll throw the brick back at him.
Right.
Yeah. No cigar smoke.
Yeah, right.
So Diana, we got a sort of an astrology question here. When will this sluggishness end? So,
okay, let's see. Mars is in Neptune, so this is a big reason. Mars is with Pisces, in Pisces, on his way to a conjunction with Neptune, and that conjunction happens on the 30th. Let me make sure. Oh, the 29th. I'm sorry, on the 29th. And Mars is an action planet, and he rules Scorpio, and he rules Aries, and he wants to go and do and produce. Well, Neptune in Pisces especially is about the dream and taking your time and manifesting, but manifesting through ritual and slow procedure and going with the flow. And with Mars there, the tempest wants to release and go, and he's going to cause a few splashes and maybe even a couple of tidal waves, but he can't make any real progress. So on the 29th, they will be conjunct at 28 degrees and 52 minutes of Pisces. When Mars is out of Pisces, where's he going? Into his home sign of Aries. He's getting ready to do his own thing. And that's when we're going to have action. Now you're going to give him a little bit of time to get past the 0 degree
sluggishness we're feeling in our bodies as well.
It's
yes.
It's
all connected. Okay.
Yes, it is. Now we're going to be able to start exercising, and we're going to make progress with that exercising, but don't overdo it because the sun itself is in Taurus. Taurus is a fixed earth sign and wants to stay relaxed about everything he does unless he wants to move. So it also,
we're looking at maybe the first after maybe the end of the first week of May.
Yeah, well, because
it will move away from that 28.
Right. And then we have Venus going into Taurus and Mercury. Venus goes into Taurus also on the 29th. So that's her home sign too. So both of those planets are going to be at home. And how does that aspect your own chart? How does that aspect your Venus, your Mars,
Yeah. Well, I hope that helps a little bit. Hi, Harley. And Jeff is here. We're closing down in just a minute. We got one more to do, but we are glad you came by. Thank you for coming by. Well, we love having everybody. Love having you here. Oh, Jeff, you're born April 17th. So that's still in Aries, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So I dreamt I went to a company for a job interview, and there were so many people working next to each other and very large windows. I was overwhelmed with so many people and so much going on. Way too busy. Sounds like a factory job in the British, like a past life thing. Because people were like, and like in a fabric place, or you know what I mean, making
garment district or something.
The garment district. It did.
Yeah.
It sounds like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
I wonder if she's looking for a job right now.
I think she had one. I'm not sure if she's looking or not. It was in an office. Okay. It was okay. So it was in an office. I get they want you to remember. So, mate, did you feel like you were ever in a place like this before? And why I'm asking you that is it doesn't have to be exactly the way it looked, but it might be the exact way you felt. Like, I don't want to be here. This is just crazy. There's no privacy. Look at the windows are big and too many people, and I get a headache. I mean, I've left jobs for less than that. I can't deal with craziness all around me all the time. So
Yeah.
you're not looking for a job. Okay. All right.
Also,
No, you go. Go.
okay. Those big windows. So windows can be a lot of awareness. And this might be awareness of like sometimes our brains get real busy, right?
Yeah.
Our ego brain. And it's just like thinking this, thinking that. And it's kind of that busy work and it's uncomfortable. And just recognizing that you're ready for some peace and done with the sludge, ready to just be clear spoken also to yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, I'm
That's
getting.
what it is.
I'm seeing it, and it feels like it's an insurance company where things are just coming and going, and you move it from one desk to another, and nobody gets their money, and blah blah blah. And like the job is never done, and nobody knows what anybody's doing. They're just all in this room collectively. So
I believe she does retail work. I'm not sure, but I think she does.
okay.
But that would be it's like when you go into, I don't know about you, but when I go into Home Goods or Marshalls, the line to check out is like 25 people or 35 people waiting. And
Yeah, I get
that's craziness to me. But
well, and I think I know that the other part of what I'm getting is that don't do something just for the sake of insurance. Have greater vision for yourself, which brings us back to why career versus calling. To do.
But she is actually retired. She lost her husband, and and so she has to sort of work. But going back to work at this age is like
doing something just for insurance.
Yeah, she's at Home Goods. I had a feeling. I knew it was retail. I knew it was, but I didn't know it was Home Goods. But okay, that's a crazy place to work. I mean, it's wonderful. The stuff is great.
I used to work at Lowe's. I get it. I know.
Yeah,
I worked at Marshall's, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a lot. There's a lot going on.
There is.
Tall
all the way up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Have you been able to take a vacation? I think maybe Wildflower, it's telling you, get out of the craziness for a while. The big windows are showing tons of people in there. And of course they have big windows. I know it was an office, but they have big windows at Home Goods.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, dear. I that's kind of what, yeah. Kelly, we all answered. Okay.
I got that she's releasing karma, that there's like a disruption. It said move beyond the drama and create your own path and make room for good energy. So sometimes at Home Goods, Marshalls, all those places, I mean, been there, done it. It's like the energy can get to be a lot, and I think just to continue to release, when you've the disruption and just the pressure sometimes of, well, especially around the holiday season, but I mean the pressure to remember to release that, so you're not holding on to that disruptive energy.
Diana's just popping in and out. This is the key, Wildflower. It's up, if you feel that this was your perception of the dream, that's the best
Absolutely.
one. It is the best one.
Yeah.
Yep. And I myself understand, I had to drive to the dentist office, which is about 30 minutes this way. And I was miserable. I don't want to be out there with all these people cutting in front of me and, tooting at me and all that stuff. And I always loved to drive. I always loved to be out. I don't like it anymore.
It changed. It's not the same.
It's just not the same.
Little country roads, and they want to do 90. Are you nuts?
Yeah.
Right.
You feel like you should be out in the world, but you want to be home. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No.
As long as, yeah.
We create our own worlds.
Yeah, we do.
Mhm.
Oh, thank you, Imagine Me. You're so cute.
That's so
Thank you so
sweet,
much.
Brenda.
Yeah. And I know, yeah, Val doesn't like to be out either, and I don't blame her. You know, we just, I think, and it was, I don't know if it was the COVID pandemic, or if it was, I used to always never want to be home. I wanted to be going, and I love
Mhm.
traveling, but right now, I just want to be home. I just want to be at home.
Same. Me too.
Yeah, yeah. So, and it's not out of
No
fear.
choice.
Yep,
not
you're
out
home
of
for a few days.
It's not fear. It's just, ooh, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. My ex-husband used to say, I don't want to be around everyone else's cheese.
Right? Their cheese, their energy, their
Yes,
up.
yes. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It is peaceful at home. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
COVID
can
took
pass
over
the
on
rock and roll if I want to.
me. That's right.
Yes.
You can
Or
you can turn
Chopin.
up the music. You can turn up the music at home as loud as you want, right?
Exactly.
Thank
Mhm.
you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your questions, your dreams, your visions. We'll be back next week, and with our friends, the Bookers, coming back, hopefully. That's what we're planning to do. And what do you got there?
One
Supreme Court?
really quick, because this is based on a dream that Terry had with the the glass coffin last week that she was telling us about.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I had a dream, and here I'm not sure who this person was. That the throne was empty, and all of these little glass boxes were suspended, and inside were books. The lives of us. We had to die 3 times, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Similar to the book
Like the Akashic.
of the dead, the Egyptian
Yeah.
book of the dead,
Book
the
of the
story
Dead.
of your life, the magic you need to move on.
Mhm.
And there you go.
That's
Okay.
And I
beautiful.
hadn't read that yet. I'm reading this book on Egyptian magic, and I had not read anything about the Egyptian book of the dead. And that was the dream I had. And 2 days later, I read about the book of the dead.
Wow.
It looks like
Wow.
an Akashic inauguration. It does. It does. It's very Akashic looking. Yeah. So
Yeah.
And they were little glass boxes to go with your darling coffin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God. That's fabulous. Okay, I got to go. Sorry, I got to be somewhere else.
That's okay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Good
Bye,
night,
everybody.
everybody. We
Night.
love you.